What's up, my dudes? MX Simulators back, dog. Oh, NT Sippers back, dog. So, I know I just made my video talking about how MX Simulator's not dead, even though a lot of people think that it is, or try to lie about it and act like it is. But this video is all about, not only is MX Simulator not dead, but I think it's actually making a comeback right now. I think it's actually starting to gain that traction again, kind of getting that player base again like it used to have back in the heyday of the game. That's what it actually seems like to me. If there was ever a time to come back to MX Simulator or try MX Simulator, it is now. I'm telling you, there is no better time, bro. And if you did try it over the last 3 or 4 years, or you were playing the game in the last 3 or 4 years, you would have got a very weird sort of opinion on what the game was. You would have got a very skewed view of what the game really was, because the track designs were just so different and weird because of them trying to do the Erode system and not really knowing what the hell they were doing, to the point where I feel like it made the whole game feel different from 2019 all the way to 2023, 2024. 2024, I feel like, is really the first year since the golden era, 2017 track designs with the pre-made ruts and the quads and the skill gap tracks and the whole 6 or 9 yards, okay? Basically the heyday of the game, all right? And I ain't just talking about just because it's pre-Erode. I'm talking about the way they were designing the tracks, man. They looked better. The 17 outdoor tracks are still some of the best outdoor tracks in the game, period, point blank. Don't at me, bro. This is what I feel like is really different about the game now in 2024 than the past like 4 or 5 years in the game. They have finally got back to the track designs that the game used to have. I mean, these 2024 Supercross tracks, not all of them, but certainly some of them, there's a handful of them that I feel like are literally the best RF Supercross tracks that have ever been made in this game. Period. They're the best ones that's ever been made in the game. Okay? So we're talking about whoop size, we're talking about jump rhythms, difficulty combined with berm size, combined with the traction of it. It feels like they've gotten away from making every track a super soft sand track that's built around the Erode system. It doesn't feel like they went in there and purposely smoothed everything off just to make it around the Erode system. They've added a pre-made rut here and there. It's like they're starting to get back to the sort of Supercross track designs that made this game so great back in the day. Trust me, I totally understand reasons as to why you would have stopped playing the game or quit playing the game, or maybe you tried the game during that 2019, 2020, 21, 22. Oh my God, 2022 Oakland. Holy shit. Well, okay, whatever, those years between 2019 and 2022 were literally the dark ages of MX Simulator. That's what I like to call them. They were the dark ages, bro. And you can just call this the the luck of the MXM gods or something, or the Galaxy universe trying to tell me something, I don't know. But those 3 years that I wasn't really playing the game were the absolute worst RF Pro tracks that were ever made in the game. Don't make me have to remind everybody of the 2019 outdoor flat tracking, glass flat, no ruts, 2022 Oakland amateur ass. Are those whoops or are those rollers? Are those rhythm section jumps or are those braking bumps? You know, don't make me have to remind y'all boys, the rolled off berms, smooth off amateur sand tracks, okay? There's just no denying that MX Simulator certainly went through a bad time, definitely a rough period when RF shut down at the end of 2018 and they had to go back in there and basically start from scratch. You know, all new track builders, all new RF crew, and I mean, it really did change everything about it. The track designs do go hand in hand with the physics system of the game. It's like if you don't make the tracks pro level, if you don't make the pro tracks pro level difficult in the game, then you're not going to get the full effect out of the physics system. If you go in there and smooth off all the whoop sections because you think you're making it for the erode system, well, then you're not going to get the full effect of the hardcore difficult whoop section feeling to the physics that MX Simulator has always had. If you don't make the jumps peaked out enough because you're all worried about making it around the erode system, then you're not going to get the full effect of the leaning system and the hucking system that MX Simulator has to its physics system. And I feel like that's what's happened over the last 3 or 4 years. The tracks were so amateured out, they were so easy moded out, they were so smoothed out to the point where you weren't even getting the full experience of the physics system of the bike. That's how bad it got with the tracks in this game. So, I'm just telling you, if you were really wanting to see what MX Simulator had to offer, the tracks that they have now are certainly giving you more of that. If you're somebody that is looking for that full-blown, hardcore, realistic, inertia, physics system, full-blown motocross simulator, competitive esports, the full deal when it comes to that, there is no other better game that you could be playing right now than MX Simulator. I'm just telling you, bro. Like, MX Bikes is a really cool game. I like MX Bikes. It's got great graphics, a really cool first-person camera, got a lot of cool custom tracks. It's got a lot of cool things to it. And it's even got its own competitive scene and all that, but it's an arcade simulator hybrid. It's not even a full-blown simulator. So, it's like, at the end of the day, if that's the thing you're looking for, the most realistic physics system, I ain't talking about graphics, I ain't talking about first-person camera and being on Steam and new bikes and, you know, yada, yada, yada. Whatever the hell you want to talk about. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about the thing that makes a motocross simulator a simulator. The actual inertia, weight of the bike, gravitational pull, difficulty, bike reacting over obstacles, all of those core things that makes a simulator, MX Simulator is it. It's the only one. It is the only full-blown simulator out there.